Hey, let's talk about New Year's resolutions. You know the little lies we tell ourselves every December right before we eat half a flan during Noche Buena. And then a week later, we're toasting to new beginnings. And we wake up next year with the same old hangover. Yep, those are the ones. But here's the kicker. Most resolutions are bad and they're destined to fail by the time your leftover pastelitos go stale because the ideas just aren't that good. But today, I'm going to be breaking down some of the worst New Year's resolution ideas. And if you've ever told yourself, I'm going to get six-pack abs this year, you might want to stick around because I've got some news for you. Well, let me just start off by saying this. New Year's resolutions are kind of like gym memberships. It's great in theory, but when you put it into practice, you kind of start having doubts. You sign up with all the excitement in the world, and then 2 weeks later, you're like, why do I have to sweat to see results? Look, I've made some bad decisions myself. One year, I decided I was going to read a book a week. A book a week. That's 52 books. At the time I made that New Year's resolutions, I didn't even own a bookshelf. You know how that ended? I downloaded just one audiobook. And then by February, the only thing I was reading were just the subtitles on Netflix. All right, let's dive into some of the common New Year's resolutions that are guaranteed to fail. And listen, if one of these are yours, don't take it personally, okay? Take it as a sign to stop lying to yourself. I mean, come on, the gym rat fantasy? This year I'm going to the gym every day fantasy? First of all, calm down. Every day? By mid-January, the only exercise you're going to do is dodging your trainer's calls. And if you think your new workout gear is going to motivate you, those leggings are about to become the uniform for your couch. And, you know, in order for you to get in shape, you got to cut out carbs. You know, really, you're going to sit there and tell me you're done with bread in Miami? What about croquetas, pastelitos, pan de bonos? That's not our New Year's resolutions. That's a declaration of war on our happiness. You're not cutting out carbs, bro. You're cutting out a part of your soul by giving up these kinds of foods. There's also, you know, people want to find love. Oh, this year I'm going to find my soulmate. Okay, well, I got questions for you. First of all, who hurt you? Second of all, do you really think the person in your dreams is just sitting on those online dating apps at the start of January waiting for you to swipe right? The only thing you're matching with is disappointment. And maybe a situationship. You know, someone who isn't ready for a relationship. But, you know, that's not always so bad. The next one is saving money. Oh, I'm going to save $100,000 this year. Well, listen, saving money is great. But if your plan includes skipping Starbucks, is that really a plan? What about dropping brunch every weekend? If you don't do this, congratulations, you just achieved a new financial status, and that is delusional. So I did a little something to make this episode extra special. I reached out to some of the listeners of my podcast to send me some of their New Year's resolutions that are just really bad. I'm talking about so bad that they shouldn't even get past December into January at all. And I actually got some responses, and they're pretty good. So let's read some of these aloud and see what some of these local New Year's resolutions are. All right, a listener sent in, this year, I'm never going to drunk text my ex again. Well, how many years has it been already? The fact that you have to send this in goes to show that it's most likely not going to happen. This needs some therapy, and unfortunately, a comedy podcast won't help you here. However, is it always a bad thing? I mean, if someone breaks up, was it really true love unless you get that drunk text? I mean, really think about the effort it takes for you to fight a blackout and pull out your phone, know exactly what contact to reach out to, and say something as simple as "you up," like they're in legal trouble or something. There's a lot of love behind that, of course, if there's no restraining order involved, and especially if someone is sending it in to a random stranger on the internet to help them decide if they should continue this in 2025. I say go for it. Continue sending them the love that you think they deserve and that you've been missing out ever since childhood through your traumas. You never know. They might come around. So good luck with that. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention, if you guys want to go out and celebrate 2025 all year long, we have nightly comedy shows in the city of Miami. So if you're looking for a laugh, if you're looking for an environment to connect with others or bring your friends out or go on a date and have a laugh, join us. Come out to one of our live stand-up comedy shows. We do them all over the city in all your favorite bars and venues, or you can discover a brand new spot to hang out in. Visit MiamiComedy.com, click that link in bio, and I hope to see you at a show real soon. Back to the show. All right, the next listener says, I'm gonna learn 4 languages. Okay, bro, you can barely speak one, just the way you spelled this. You're out here struggling with basic phrases like gonna. I bet you also say irregardless. Let me guess, your big plan is to download Duolingo and have a green owl harass you into submission. Just delete the app, bro. All right, another listener says, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. every day. No, you're not. Why would you do that? The sun ain't even up. Why would you be up? Make it at an appropriate time. Because something as simple as Netflix releasing like your new favorite episode, you're going to be binge watching that, and then you're going to look at the clock and realize you got to wake up in 20 minutes. 5 a.m. is not an ideal time to wake up. Do it when the sun's coming up. And make sure that if you do plan on waking up at this time, don't have any sort of like alarm clock with those big snooze buttons, because you're going to be tapping that thing the same way Jake Paul tapped Mike Tyson to win the fight. There's no way you're winning. Make sure that you get proper sleep and that you don't drink a lot. And let's face it, in Miami, we'll always be involved. Alcohol is going to dictate whether you're going to wake up at this time or not. So keep that in mind. All right, that is it for today's episode. If you're leaving here thinking, wow, my New Year's resolutions were actually pretty decent compared to these disasters, congratulations. You officially won New Year's. But if you're just like the rest of us and you know that your goals are going up in flames by February, don't sweat it. Failing your New Year's resolutions is basically tradition at this point. And here's a big takeaway. It's okay to fail, as long as you have a good laugh about it. And honestly, if your New Year's resolution is laughing with me more, you already done it. You're crushing it. Here we are. You're welcome. But here's a real New Year's resolutions you can stick to. And I mean this. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on social media. Assist the podcast. No gym memberships needed. No cutting carbs. No 5 a.m. alarms. Just one tiny click away. Guarantees laughs every single week, along with some questionable advice. And plenty of stories to keep you entertained. Thank you for tuning in, my friends. Here's to a new year of terrible resolutions and amazing stories. I'll see you on the next video.